Am I saying that Robinhood is better than TD Ameritrade? Am I saying that Robinhood is better than E-Trade? Charles Schwab or E-Trade? Hell no. What I'm saying is there's a generation of investors that are growing up now, and here's what they're doing. They're going to E-Trade, they're going to Robinhood to execute the play, they're going to Webull to look at the chart. The future of investing, y'all, is here. Data infrastructure, that is now the new oil. And I don't even think it's the new oil now. I think it's just where it's at. Cloud is the king. So AWS, Snowflake, modern data warehousing, Google search, AI, cloud, NVIDIA. This is the thing. I'm dropping one product tomorrow that's going to talk about data centers, right? That's going to be essentials. Next generation nuclear. So I know a lot of people in the Patreon love this OKLO. I'm talking about they love it. I've never got in it, but they done made a bag off it. And that's the thing about what I like about the Patreon. Like, I like to go see them make a bag without me. You know what I'm saying? I've never been like, hey, don't put your plays in here. Man, go make that bag, man. I ain't mad. And then show your people you made a bag. I love it. So they got a lot of people in the Patreon that's on that OKLO. They be going crazy with it too. NNE, for sure, I like that. But then aerospace, Rocket Labs, I saw somebody post that the other day. I was like, you on what I'm on right now. Because I like Rocket Labs. Rocket Labs is a good one. And then I still believe in fintech. I'm not going to lie. Like, I know we took a hit for a minute, but I still believe in PayPal. Now, I will say this. This is going to be a surprise to everybody. Watch what I'm about to say here. Let me stand up and say it. Robinhood is the way of the future. For this next generation of investors. So watch how I'm about to say this. So I don't mind giving clarity on what I'm about to say. The generation of people who lost money with Robinhood during the pandemic has forgiven them. And the reason why they've forgiven them is because Robinhood consistently updates the platform. Y'all know I'm hard on Robinhood, bro, but I'm looking at it from this perspective, and I want you to hear me. There's a generation of investors that don't want to go to E-Trade. They don't want to go to Charles Schwab. They want to go on Robinhood. They want to press buy. They want to press sell, and that's all they want. They want to start their Roth IRA in Robinhood. They want to start their 401k in Robinhood. They want to get their 3% on their money APR in Robinhood, and they going to pay the $5 or the $7 for the Robinhood Gold. I'm not saying that Robinhood is better than the other apps, but what they are doing is they are evolving while the other apps are only focusing on what I'm the big dog. They not trying to cater to the next generation. And that puts Robinhood in a blue ocean. Now, there's so many inconsistencies about Robinhood. There's so many things about Robinhood that I'm just like, bro, there's no way that people really believe in this app like this. But then I got to get out of my experienced investor mind and say, who's that generation that's coming that's going to get on the TD Ameritrade app and be like, bro, what the hell is this? There's a generation of investors coming that's going to say, bro, why would I get on Charles Schwab? This is hard. When they can go on Robinhood and it almost look like a game. There's almost no instructions needed. There's almost no, put your money in, press buy, you got it. Put your money in, buy or trade. Which one you want to do? You want buy? Here. You want trade? Here. Am I saying that Robinhood is better than TD Ameritrade? Am I saying that Robinhood is better than E-Trade? Charles Schwab or E-Trade. Hell no. What I'm saying is there's a generation of investors that are growing up now, and here's what they're doing. They're going to E-Trade, they're going to Robinhood to execute the play, they're going to Webull to look at the chart. Or they're going Webull to, that's it. Webull and Robinhood is gonna be the way. Now, don't get me wrong. E-Trade, Charles Schwab, bro, they ain't gonna miss no money. They ain't gonna, like, we locked in. Because because what happens is, as you getting better and as you're gonna be like, hey, you're gonna see the inconsistencies. But the way Robinhood keep on adding, they adding something every month. But they keeping that interface user-friendly. They keeping it for a certain type of investor. And watch what I'm about to say here. There's always gonna be more young people in the world than old people in the world. So they got a never-ending audience that's evolving. That's what I mean by Robinhood is the way. It's not that they are better. Sometimes you don't have to be better. You just have to be packaged better. And when you go on Robinhood, it is packaged for the most essential. Somebody say, nah, Webull got it. No, they don't. I guarantee you go look at, you talking about from experience, I'm talking about if you go look at the numbers, Robinhood has more users and more money than Webull. You mistaken what I'm saying by better. I'm not saying better. I just told you. It ain't about better, it's about the package. It's about the package. Robinhood has mastered the package, man, and that's it. And again, that's it. What you got, Sean?
I was gonna ask a question about that because I started at 17 and I started with Robinhood too. It's gamified, not even gonna lie. So we have like you said, the younger generation and beginners. I think we talked about it before. There's more beginners than advanced traders.
Every time.
There's more beginners. So because there's more beginners, you have a literal bigger market. And literally, I've seen people, they get on Thinkorswim and they're like, what the heck is this?
What is this?
What is this? What is going on? I quit. Investing's not for me, literally.
Yeah.
But they see Robinhood and it literally almost inspires them like, oh, I can do this.
It make it, that's what I'm talking about the package. It makes him feel like, oh, I can do this. The interface is so simple. You go on the app, it's buy or trade. Simple. It's simple. Then they got a button that says advanced charting. I can promise you 70% of the people that on Robinhood don't touch the advanced charting part, bro. They don't touch it. I didn't come here for nothing advanced. I came to buy, sell, trade, find somebody that's gonna touch. I got it. That's what I mean.
So what do you think they need to evolve in? Because again, like you said, if you're not growing, you're dying, right? And I'm not saying that Charles Schwab, E-Trade, and them are dying, but again, eventually, if they, let me ask this: what is Robinhood from what you've seen? Because you've experienced it and stuff like that. You have it, right? But what do you think they need to evolve in to the point where they can start matching or be better than Charles Schwab, E-Trade? Yeah,
they don't want to. You got to realize this. Why would I go? That's why we're reading the book Blue Ocean Strategy. Why would I go in a red ocean when I got a blue ocean? Why do I got to go try to compete with people who already love advanced Thinkorswim people? Why do I got to go get TradeView? I don't got to go get TradeView people. I don't got to go get Fidelity people. I don't need them. They can have them. We are here. Watch this. The average user on Robinhood is between 18 and 31. Now, we go back. If we go back a little bit, I can't think of what episode it was, we talked about financial maturity and certain age levels. I can't think of what episode and how we broke it down. We talked about Around this age, you normally have this amount of money. Around this age, you normally have around this amount of money. Around this age, you normally have around this amount of money. Watch this. From 18 to 31, you still not financially mature yet. I am. You don't start, and between 18 and 31, or maybe 32, you normally have there's a certain amount of money. Now, you may be exceptional here or there, but if you go look at America per capita, you can say, what's the average financial status of American? Don't matter ethnic, which is how you say the word, I always mess this word up. Ethnicity, between 18 and 35, male or female. It'll give you a number. And then, once you pass that up, what's the next bracket? So it's like 18 to like 28 or 31, and then it's like 35 to like 45 or 50, and then it's like 60 on out. Right? Those are the three levels. Robinhood know who they want. We want the people that's not experienced with money, but who, watch this, they may not have a lot of money, but they run through a lot of money. It's two different things. So this age bracket may not have a lot of money, but they touch money that go. And because they don't have the financial maturity, I am the perfect app for them. Because they're not worried about how much money I'm making on a spread. They don't even know what a spread is. I'm not saying the people that do, we talking about the majority. Right? But if I go try to get the people on E-Trade, or the people that's on TradeView, or the people that's on Tasty Trade and all them, bro, they know about my spread. They won't come. Now they sending me all these support questions. Why this ain't doing this? You looking for where's my pin bar at? Where is my Fibonacci bar at? Well, I don't got none of that. This ain't for you. Go to E-Trade. Go to E-Trade. Why I can't put all-time high right here? Why can't I use the text right here? Why can't I get the hollow candles right here? Man, go to E-Trade. Go to TradeView. This ain't me. This ain't what I come for. So the people over there, you know why they don't care about the spread? Because they not saying, oh, I made $100. Oh, they knocked me out. They knocked my socks off with that spread on that option call. A limit order? What is a limit order? How do I negotiate the option down? I don't know none of that. That ain't what Robinhood for. They for somebody that probably in a tax bracket, they probably have under $30,000, I promise you. And watch this, somebody said something, which explains why they don't have customer service. Remember I told y'all that. I said, listen, what I need customer service for over here? Send me an email. Now go mess with them people who got $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. Hey, what's up? Where my bread at? Hey, I need to talk. Once you get to a certain once you get about, hey, I need to talk to somebody. Well, we ain't got nobody to talk to. Hey, give my money. So here's what the bigger accounts do. If you want to move your money from Robinhood, they'll do it for free. If you want to move your money from Robinhood to E-Trade, if you want to move your money from Robinhood to such and such, hey, we'll do it for free. Because they know at some point on your journey, when you really take this serious, you got to pivot. But for Robinhood, it's like, yo, cool. Watch this. I can guarantee if you looked at Robinhood metrics, they have a lifetime value of a customer. How much money am I gonna make on a certain customer in their lifespan while they here? So in maturation, between 18 to 31, if this person stayed this long, how much money? That's cool. Well, when George come in, I probably can make $300,000 off George between 18. Good, he good. So once I get my $300,000 off George, I'm on to the next one. Man, don't get me. Can I leave this one, Jose? I cooked enough right here? All right, let's go. That's the maturation phase. So why do they have to go to, they created the blue ocean strategy. The blue ocean strategy is not going fish where all the sharks at. It's creating a place where nobody is at and say, this is mine. You're not even my competitor. Now their competitor is somebody like a Webull. Okay, let's compete here, right? I'm not mad at that, but this still ain't a lot of us right here. It's me and you. What's up? What's up? And I got more users than you. So when my people leave, they don't leave me to go to you, they leave me to go to E-Trade. So I'm all right with you over there. They don't leave me to go to Webull. They leave me and go to E-Trade. They leave me and go to, so I'm all right. You good over there. I'm straight on you. And they done forgot what I did in the pandemic already. They ain't worrying about that. They made that money back already. We good. Let's go. Older Americans dominate equity shares held. The U.S. equity ownership is heavily skewed toward older generation. Baby boomers now hold 54% of all U.S. corporate equities and mutual fund shares, down only slightly from 57% in 2020. By comparison, millennials own just 8% of all equities, up from minus 2% in 2020. Gen X accounts for 22%, roughly unchanged since the same period. Meanwhile, the silent generation still holds 16%, experiencing a decline from 19% from 5 years ago. In other words, 70% of all equity remains in the hands of Americans born before 1965. This is your E-Trade. This is your Charles Schwab. This is your Fidelity. This is your Vanguard. Man, stop playing with me, man. So why do they gotta go? I don't gotta compete with them. We already know that's old money. By the time you get to a certain level, you gonna switch from here, but I done made enough money. You done gambled and lost enough money. You done tried some hype that done lost some money. You done buy and hold, because you really not here buying and holding like that. So I got my people, 18 to 31. This where I'm at. I'ma never run out of them. I'ma never run out of 18 and 31-year-olds, bro. From 18 to 31, I got you. From your check at Popeyes, from your check at McDonald's, from your check at Walmart. You're an entrepreneur that's trying to be an entrepreneur. You're gonna put your money over here too until you learn about other things. I'm where you at.
And they got trust issues. So
I got you. They don't even trust the big banks.
Right.
They don't trust the big banks. They wasn't even here for the financial crisis, and they don't trust the big banks. I ain't trusting big banks. My money gone. Nah, knowing Robinhood just played in our face 4 years ago. Locked everybody out. They ran with everybody's money, you hear me? They took the whole sell button, shut it down. Shut down. It's closed. We broke. Catch me later. You feel me? All right, man. Oh my God, bro. I love y'all so much, man. I love putting this stuff together so that we can have this. Yo, we not like nobody else, yo. Let's go, man. These are the top 8 ETFs with assets under management. It's important that you know that. So number 1 on the list is VOO. Now remember, this is the big dog. This is Vanguard, right? They have a 69. This is why I tell you I use VOO as my what? Savings account, y'all. Right? I haven't put no money in there probably like 3 months though. Not gonna lie. It's been about 3 months since I put some bread and I gotta lock back in. So VOO, which is owned by Vanguard at 69% on a 3-year return. Next one is SPY, 69.26, slightly under. And then you have BlackRock, who owns iShares. So Larry Fink, and I want to get into that too before we get in. I think we got a video on Larry Fink that I want to put up there. And then we have the total stock market. That's everything. VTI, which is 67%. Then you have Invesco QQQ. That is, your technology stocks at 94%. And then we have Vanguard Growth, which is similar to the QQQ, which is VUG. You see, anytime technology is involved, it's heavy, it's gonna go hard. And then you got Vanguard Developed Markets. So that are countries that are getting developed. So you think about like Singapore, stuff like that, that's developing outside of the United States. So you want to invest outside of the United States, this would be a good one for you, the Vanguard Developed Market ETF, VEA. And then you have iShares, MSCI, which is also kind of the same way, as the developed market. They actually run the same way. That's BlackRock, Larry Fink. I think he's the man that run the world. Before we get into that, let's show that video. Did we get that video from on that? I sent it to Steve. Did he send it? Yep, there we go. Let's talk about this right quick. Let's go. AI, the new generational wealth. Let's go.
How big is the AI and infrastructure opportunity for BlackRock?
I think it's enormous. I mean, we made a strategic study in 2023, and this is why we did these 3 acquisitions. We did GIP. We believe infrastructure is just at the beginning of a golden age. And I'll get into that. We believe private credit will continue to grow and evolve. We did HPS.
That's HPS.
But also we believe that if you're going to be, if you believe there's going to be a melding between public and private markets, which we believe that's going to happen.
What does that mean?
Meaning portfolios are going to have both private markets and public markets. There's a possibility that the government, the U.S. government, is going to allow in the defined contributions more private markets into DC. But the foundation of that is data and analytics. So we bought Preqin, which is the smallest of the 3 deals, but it could be as impactful as any of them in terms, because I think more and more people are going to need analytics and data to justify the blending of public and private together in a portfolio. So we look at all 3 as a major component of our long-term strategy. Related to infrastructure, we believe that there's a need for trillions of dollars investing in infrastructure related to our power grids, AI, the whole digitization of an economy. We are still going to be investing in decarbonization. So all these different investments.
Well, they go together, don't they?
They all go together, plus making sure that we have adequate dispatchable energy. So all of this is all part of a plan. And we only had one target when we determined we needed to get even larger in infrastructure, and that was GIP.
So I want you to think about this right quick. Larry Fink is the guy who just was talking. So Larry Fink is worth $1.2 billion. You know he's worth a little more than that, but that's what Forbes has him as. But right now he has $12.5 trillion in assets under management right now, with another $79.6 billion in crypto assets under management. He is now the largest asset manager globally. Personally does not own any of that money. I don't know how much I believe in that, but I want you to think about that. That is the guy that owns BlackRock right there. Next under him is Vanguard. I want you to understand something. When Larry Fink says something like AI infrastructure is the future, just know you need to be there too. And it's kind of what we talked about earlier. AI. When you see companies like Vanguard, Vanguard, BlackRock, and all these other ones, Jamie Dimon. Man, I be laughing when people be mad at Jamie, because Jamie Dimon is the third or fourth biggest holder of crypto, of Bitcoin. Chase Bank been buying crypto and they were telling everybody he don't care. 12.5 trillion in assets under management. The man got his hand on every stock in the market. And right under him is Vanguard. Jack Bogle, the man that created the index fund. Whole while Jamie Dimon saying, don't buy crypto, I don't care about crypto. If you look it up, JP Morgan Chase is like the 4th biggest official owner of crypto in the game, specifically Bitcoin.